So Steven Soderbergh decided to film a ghost story. What will his angle be? Will it be different from the usual fare? What can you expect? Hi there, it's Micha. Join me for this review if you like to find out. The aptly named Payne family moves into a new house after daughter Chloe recently lost her best friend Nadia, who mysteriously died in her sleep. While almost everyone, including Chloe's mother Rebecca and brother Tyler, expected drug use to be behind it, Chloe is convinced there had to be another cause, with only Chris, her father, being supportive of her.
Have you ever noticed that your advice always corresponds exactly with us not having to do anything at all?
But that is not the only reason why the parents' marriage is under duress, because Rebecca apparently committed a white-collar crime of which Chris recently became aware, and is now secretly exploring what he should do about it.
What are the implications for the other spouse? The non-involved spouse?
And those are just their worldly problems. On top of that, their new home is haunted by a presence of some kind. A presence that so far only engaged with Chloe, but mostly seems to be curious and benevolent, maybe even protective of the girl. Could that be the spirit of her friend
Nadia?
While again, only Chris even entertains the possibility of there being a ghost around.
Can you elaborate?
At first I just sensed it, and then things moved.
Once more, her mother and brother neither believe nor support her.
You think your dead fucking drug addict friend is like haunting you?
Tyler.
Is that it?
But when the presence makes itself known, the whole family has to face the truth. What does the presence want? And how will it all end? When the movie was screened at the Fantasy Film Fest White Nights, the festival organizer announced that this film will approach the genre from a different perspective. Within seconds it became clear that he actually meant this literally, as the movie is told from the perspective of the presence, in a series of long takes from its point of view. The effect, of course, is that you identify with a spirit that, judging by its movement and behavior, appears to be quite innocent, almost childlike. For that reason, the movie becomes more of a social study as we follow the presence around, investigating how the Payne family interacts. This results, in contrast to most other ghost movies, in the audience never really feeling any fear or fright when it comes to the spectre. Which doesn't mean that this movie is boring. It is still very engaging. The threats just seem to come from different sources than you may have expected.
Hi.
How was your day?
Moderate to below average.
Hey, mine too.
What also makes this movie a bit different from the usual ones of its kind is the fact that the father is the more kind-hearted and open parent, while the mother is quite distant and even favors her son over her daughter.
What about Chloe?
Yeah, no, I mean, of course, it's just different.
Essentially, Soderbergh does his best to either not serve any stereotypes or turning them on their heads, making this a movie that is quite unique within its genre, while still having you at the edge of your seat in certain moments. While you can consider this one an arthouse horror movie or better supernatural psychological drama that appeals to an audience that doesn't want to get every revelation force-fed to them, it surprised me that the conclusion, that already was clear enough to understand, was so blatantly explained that it almost felt like an insult to the viewer. That is especially odd since there even was a call out early on in the movie that would already steer your perception into the correct direction, though it wouldn't let you know the exact outcome of a movie. But it allowed you to eliminate the obvious solution as a red herring. Maybe Soderbergh was trying to appeal to a wider audience and feeling the need to explain the ending in case someone came in expecting a classic horror flick, but getting more of a drama instead. But as I said before, that could come across as an affront to the horror community. And with that being said, let's get to the rating. Well, I actually enjoyed this one more than I expected. The point of view approach was a nice hook and the film successfully avoided most clichés, finding its own approach to the genre while blending in elements from other genres too. My only detractor was the forced-fed explanation at the end, But that was not impacting the enjoyment of a movie, only raising questions about why the director felt the need to do that. In any case, I am going with 8 out of 10 points for this one. If you like to see a different kind of ghost story and don't mind it to be more a thriller drama than horror, then give this one a go. What about you? Are you thankful if a movie explains everything without ambiguity, or do you enjoy it more if you have to come to the right conclusion yourself? Whatever you like to share, let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, feel free to like, share or subscribe. So much for now, see you next time, and thanks for watching. This film will approach the genre from a different perspective, of which Chris recently became aware of. Whoa, what? Are you thankful if a movie explains everything without ambiguity? Ambiguity.